Hello and welcome to How to Automotive. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about a subject where you as a mechanic may feel like the world's against you and is beating you down and everything's going wrong. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so everybody goes through this, I'm sure of it, that if they're in the business long enough where their confidence level just takes a dive, it's not motivated to go to work. It's just hard. Everything you do is fighting you, and you're going to have those weeks, days. Hopefully, it's just a day or two of that, but it can go on for weeks. It also can have a lot to do with the environment of the shop that can cause some of these situations. This week, I had a Mercedes-Benz in here, and I diagnosed the AC compressor not working. Power and ground going to the thing, no clutch engagement. Pretty basic, simple forward thing. Order up a new clutch, order up a new compressor and dryer and expansion valve, do the whole thing, go through it, put it all in, start it up, after charging it, and still no AC compressor clutch operation. One of the symptoms the original car had was when you turn the AC on, the AC condenser fan would run, but the clutch wouldn't engage. Well, after I installed my new compressor, I've turned it on, no condenser fan was not running, and no AC clutch. So at first I'm thinking, oh crap, I misdiagnosed this, I'm beating myself up. So I'm going through all the wiring diagrams and rechecking this and that. Turned out, defective part, put a new part on. It had a wiring issue inside the compressor that wouldn't allow it to turn the condenser fan and the clutch on. Fixed that wiring, it was a ground circuit that was the problem. Anyways, long story short was I was feeling pretty low because this took a couple days to kind of figure it out and make a decision on what to do. And so I'm feeling really low. The work is just stacked up beyond belief because of this car is putting me behind, and I'm feeling some extreme pressure. And just to let you guys know that just a calm head, a calm, cool approach to it, and think through the problem is the only solution. Like, you really got to just slow down, slow everything down, and think through the problem, and you'll work your way through it. Or if it's above your pay grade, don't be afraid to ask for help or punt the vehicle. Hey, I can't fix this vehicle. It's not worth all that stress. We as technicians can't fix and do everything. There's a learning curve, there's experience, there's tooling, all that stuff plays in factor. So my advice for you guys is when you come into these situations, kind of like that old, take the old 15-minute cigarette break or whatever. I don't encourage cigarette smoking, but step out of the shop for a few minutes, clear your head, come back. Nothing but a good attitude will work your way through it. If you have a good attitude, you can work your way through just about any problem or come up with the best answer or solution for the problems, and that may include punting the vehicle or asking for help. Now, another thing can be detrimental to your work experience is co-workers and management or the shop itself or the equipment in the shop. All that stuff can play effect. And all you can do as a technician is try to be the best person you can be when it comes to dealing with coworkers. Make your complaints, make your concerns known, and if they're not met or dealt with in a manner that satisfies you, you always have that option to find another shop, because it's not worth the poison in the shop. It's not worth working around. It really does beat you down, eat you down, and actually turn you into a worse person than you really are. Maybe even put, like, say if you have a bad apple in the shop, maybe even bring you down to the bad apple level. So it's not worth it. If they're not willing to discipline or do something about a person in the shop, then it's your right to leave and go find a shop that will treat you right or where the atmosphere is much better. So don't hang around a shop that's poisoned for too long. Give it some time to help cure itself or correct itself, but if it doesn't, move on. That's my suggestion. And as far as the equipment and stuff like that goes, you can buy your own. Like I worked at a shop one time. It had the worst scan tool situation. So it had the worst situation with scan tools being out of date. 3 and 4 years behind, And so I just said, screw it. I went and bought my own scan tool. And I made so much more money having my own scan tool and buying my own shop equipment and stuff like that. And when you do that stuff, then if the opportunity comes up to open up your own shop or do something for your own, you got the equipment, you just can go, you can make the move, you know. So I recommend, buy your own tools, get your own stuff. It's worth having. I hope these tips and advice help you out in some way, motivate you a little bit, and make your workday a little bit better. I'm Brian Esser from How to Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Encourage you to subscribe. Invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.